Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show. Welcome,
Once again.
Welcome. Young and old and young. We're back on the 360 live. So, Chip, I have admitted defeat on editing and everything to the 360 video. So, like Bill O'Reilly once said, fuck it, let's do it live. So here we are on the live Facebook. So if you want to tune into this in the future, we're going to try to go. So make sure you befriend us. You like our Facebook page.
You can befriend us too.
You can befriend us.
Okay. We'll accept you.
We'll accept.
With
and
open
then
arms.
You actually get like a early release.
There you go.
Because we're going to reveal a secret. We batch record these.
We do.
It might be obvious and it might not, but with two very busy schedules, we meet up. Yeah. So you get to hear a little bit of the show before it's out, but and you get to hear some funniness before, maybe a little bit after, like yes. Chip and Cern going over what their favorite LaCroix sparkling water flavor is.
Coconut for me.
That's your favorite.
That is my favorite.
Desert Island. Coconut.
Oh yeah.
See, hold on. Let me get a taste.
Oh yeah.
It's I like it. Don't get me wrong, but Desert Island, I couldn't do it it's it got a little bit of the milky on it.
The milky
That's gonna get clipped up.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a drop there in a bit. So Cerny, Cern texted me, as lovers often do.
Yes, daily.
He said, I have to tell you about this gym.
Let's go to the gym.
This guy Jim? Or... So as with most things, if I know it's going to be a good story or anything, we say just save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. So we're going to save it. So there's a gym locally. It's not
24-hour fitness.
No, it's not. It's not a chain. It's just it's part of like the clubhouse or whatever. Okay. Sorry. We have a HOA that we pay. There's a pool and a clubhouse and stuff with gym equipment. So I don't go to or like a big gym because I already pay monthly for one thing. So
got it.
It's smaller. It's smaller. It's a fairly larger room with so many treadmills and ellipticals and free weights and shit.
So but it's not like 24-hour fitness. There's not 2 rows of a dozen treadmills lined up.
No, there's
4 or
5 treadmills. Maybe 4. Yeah.
But enough for you. And do you have to go by the dog attack place? PTSD?
No. So this is why I'm
that's why you're in
to
the
gym because I'd run out in the streets, but since the dog,
your life is in danger. That's no good.
Yes. And the guy was so casual about the dog attack, then that was what did me in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and there's 2 TVs.
Okay.
So and I don't. So
I know where this is going.
So I don't. Most of the time I have my headphones in.
Sure.
And I listen to podcasts or music or whatever. And there's this guy.
Now, when do you go? I need to unpack this.
I'm sorry. I usually go in the evening, right around 8 o'clock.
Okay. So you've had dinner, kids are sort of settling down.
Yeah. Jeffrey's in bed.
Okay.
It's time to go. And quite recently, the wife has been tagging along.
Oh.
She wants to come too.
Oh, because you have some older children.
Yeah, they can hold the fort down.
Right.
And I complained about him before to her, but now she's seen him in action.
So you will come home from the gym and say
my Nemesis
okay.
was showed up.
Now when you're at the gym, how many people are there around 8 o'clock at night?
Maybe one or two. Maybe.
Okay.
Sometimes it's by myself.
Sometimes just solo. Okay.
Yeah. So before, the first thing that would agitate me about this guy, so I'd have the TV on, is like Thursday night, I would put the football game on.
Thursday night football.
And I would, be running. Yeah, I have my headphones in, but I'm watching the game.
Yeah. And the closed captioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was sometimes if there was some kind of, miraculous play or something, I'd like pause it and call my dad on the treadmill.
Or you stand on the sides and it's
did you see that play? Anyway, so there's this guy who comes in and he's got the Steve Martin hairdo, Mr. Silver Fox up top.
Okay. But a good healthy amount of hair.
Yeah, more so than me.
Okay. It's all right. No shame here, Cerny. Shame-free zone.
He's in decent shape, I'm sure, for his,
Sure.
What
do you pin his age at? 50?
Yeah, he's in his late 50s.
Okay.
Late 50s.
Retired, would you say, or is he retired?
No, I don't think he's retired.
He's not, because he would go during the day, potentially, or he'd be
I would think. I mean, he has children probably... I think he has a son, if I had to peg him, right around 13. So he's one of a late starter. And then he has he brought out his daughter once. That was probably around 16 or 15 or 16, whatever. So, and he may just have the Steve Martin, syndrome where he was fucking great at like 25. So he comes in and he always has to he'd come in and he'd change the channel.
There's two TVs?
Two TVs. And he wouldn't, sometimes it's off if it's just me and like I'm running, and he'd come change the channel to like, one time he turned off.
So hold on. You're on the treadmill running.
Yeah.
You have Thursday Night Football on or whatever.
Yeah.
Maury Povich, it doesn't matter. You're the only other person in the gym.
Yes. And he
comes in, and he just grabs the remote.
Changes the channel because I have my headphones in. So I don't know if he
But you're kind of like running but like looking up. Okay.
And he changed it like to Titanic, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Real motivating.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now he will ask. Sometimes when I see him, I'd pull my headphones off.
Yeah.
And be running. Like, are you watching this? Like, yes. Oh, okay.
Oh.
But that's not the most agitating part.
Okay.
He always gets on a treadmill and he runs, and he goes
every.
So I was like, "What the fuck?" And it'd be loud. It was like, "Ah!" I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Every 5 steps or something.
So I started timing him, and we had a 8 to 12 second intervals, and it would never go past 12 seconds.
A throat, but loud.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the?"
And he have like postnasal drip.
I don't
or something.
And then he's running, and he always lifts his shirt up and wipes his face of the sweat. And it's not like he has like this rippling six pack, And it's like, come on, and it's all the time.
And then his big hairy belly.
Hairy belly. I'm like, what are you doing?
And there's towels, right?
No, but he can bring his own. It's like he has a fucking bag. He couldn't put a towel in there.
Or a fucking bounty.
Yeah. So I tell my wife he was there, and I would make the noise, and she wouldn't really get it.
Yeah.
And then it was actually probably last week I was running, and he came up, and I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch!" And he's like, grabs a remote, turns on something else. Like,
so it's not okay. Here's what I thought was going to happen: that he was going to come in and know, it's not on anymore, but like, okay, Bill O'Reilly or Red Eye's on Fox at 8 p.m. and he knows he wants to watch. So he doesn't turn it to a specific show every time. He just simply changes the channel.
Surfing. He starts surfing. Goes to the guide and starts surfing for what he wants.
And what's wrong with what you had?
I don't.
Because
usually it's. Yeah, exactly. So then I looked at my wife, and she was doing like the elliptical or whatever, so she wasn't paying attention, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. And then he starts coughing, and then she like looks over, and I was like,
oh, does she have her headphones?
No, she doesn't have headphones. She watches. She turns on the other TV like a human being, and turns on. Whatever she's turning on.
So if there's 5 treadmills, you're on whatever number 2. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Will he park right next to you?
Oh yeah. he'll park right next to you and start. There's one that he always likes to go for, so I started going on that one just to agitate the throw curveball. But it's number 3. 1, 2, 3. He always goes to this one. I've noticed.
Yeah.
And then if I see him, like if I can hear him, like come on, so I go to the treadmill and I start, like the other day, I already put a mile and a half down, so I started doing a little bit of weights, and I heard him. I put another mile and a half in.
Like I'm going for. I'll run myself. I'll run a marathon. I'll run a fucking marathon.
I will pass out.
Right. You come home after the gym. You look like you weigh like $140. Just like emaciated.
You're the fucking Boston Marathon.
Now where's the other TV? So there's 5 treadmills.
You can actually, if you stand in the middle, you can see both with ease. They're probably like 5 feet apart.
Okay, so let's just say, Cerny, to spite him, you take the 3rd treadmill. If he went on treadmill 5 on the very corner, he could have his own TV.
He can have his own TV, and I could be perfectly fine.
And he's not like having to look cockeyed at it?
No. If you saw it, you'd be like, what the he just always has to change the channel.
What's the motivation behind this, do you think?
I think he's just a douche. He kind of looks like a douche.
Has there ever been any third or other parties in the gym?
Yeah, there was one guy when he tried to turn off football once. He said, I'm watching that, and he's like,
oh Jesus.
Okay.
Why don't you want to watch
or just go to the other TV was off. It's usually off because it's usually like, there's so few crowd.
Right.
But, I don't know why he doesn't want to just turn it on.
Huh.
Number 3 is pretty close to the other TV, but you can still... I don't know. They're all the same fucking treadmill.
Is this an OCD, do you think?
I think.
Because always has to have the 3. And does he come in same bag, same outfit every time?
Yes.
Okay.
So the other day... yeah. I was doing that today in the store. I thought...
I'm going to go downstairs.
So we walked into the gym. And if you walk in, it's almost like a entryway kind of thing.
Okay.
And then to the left is like a big room, like a
stretching room or something.
It's not even a gym. It's like it has like lounge chairs, and it's like it has like a fucking fireplace, and look like you like you would go there to like do your homework or your stuff like that.
Study area.
Study.
A quiet study. Okay.
And then you go down this hall, and
something
then you have
we never did in college. Well, I never did.
No. So you go down this hall, and then there's the actual gym part.
Yeah.
So when we came in the other day, there was a circle of adults in what seemed to me a book club.
Oh.
Going over something.
Oh. The New Testament, perhaps?
I saw him. I was like, fucking son of a bitch.
Wait, he was in there?
He was in the book club. I was like, I told him, I said, hurry up. We got to get on these fucking machines. She said, what? I said, when this fucking club's over, I know he's going to come in.
Was he in his gym clothes already?
No, he was in like regular clothes. Like, he had like...
What book was it?
I didn't stay too long to figure out. Because I didn't want to be like the weirdo standing in the foyer, just standing. Because it's like a big open thing. I'll just stand there like,
what you guys reading?
Little Women. So we went in, and then sure as shit, he came in.
Huh.
He brought his son. I almost felt bad for his son because his son was trying to work out. He was like a real skinny guy. And he was like pumping real. It was like,
and you need that's when your dad's supposed to go, no, son, you need to.
Yeah. Not cough and wipe his fucking face with his shirt off his goddamn belly.
Now, we used to hit the gym up. I know it shows pretty clearly on the 360 video.
Yeah.
The 24-hour fitness, there's so many people there, and the TVs, there's no control. It's like one's Maury, one's always Fox, one's always CNN. Like they're not trying to offend anyone. Or
no, it's just. But if they had an important game, the one would be
there would be football or
you know,
tennis or whatever. So
the basketball game.
Interesting.
Now I used to, before we moved here, we had this. I would go to what was it, CalFit.
Okay.
And most of it was okay. I did have an issue with a couple people, where you're lifting weights and like you're in the middle of a set and they come by and they like bump you. I've had that where they've like not purposely, but they were just like out of it, and just like bump you. But then
they're
like
just careless
and it's like looking and keep walking and then yell at them.
So is a confrontation on deck with this guy for Cerny? Are you just going to go?
I don't know if I'm going to go full Cern on him and just undress him, but I think we're going to have if he touches the fucking TV one more time, I'm sure it's on Titanic or something.
Here's what's going to happen, and I don't think we give each other advice, which is maybe good.
Yeah,
probably why a relationship has lasted so long. It's been building up in Cerny's head so long that by the time you do crack, it's already level 10. But to this guy, it's going to be like, I was at the gym today, and this fucking dude went off on me for no reason. That's what's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
because it's just
he's not
building, and then really there's steam coming out of Cerny's head.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's really aware. He's much more of a self.
Yeah.
If you see him, it's like you oh, that makes sense when you see him. So it's just kind of like But
what do you? So if you just go next time you change it, go, hey, I was watching that. Do you think he'll be like?
Yeah, he'll probably change it back.
Okay.
Because he was pretty quick when he grabbed the remote, and the guy's like, I'm watching that. He's like, oh. And then when the game was over, he goes, are you guys still watching this? Like, no, we're not going to watch the fucking credits after it.
I think my diagnosis,
post-game.
I think he just, here's a guy that, what's Brady into now? All the post-game, they're just analyzing, not even anything.
Let's watch Giselle cheer for her man.
Oh. I'd watch that. He just has, those people that like need to adjust the doorknob or like unlock it, even though it doesn't need to be. Like it's just one of those itches he has to scratch.
Yes.
So I could potentially see you going, like how you take his third treadmill, preventing him to scratch this itch and go, oh, I was watching that every time. Just to see.
I'm thinking I'm going to play it. I think you're right. Let's do a social experiment with him.
Yeah. To see what happens. Like, does he flip out?
I think the biggest thing is that, and he can't control, but is that and it's not like, it's not as low. It is loud. The first time I had headphones in, I heard it. I had to pull them off and say, well, what the fuck was that?
He was going to phlegm up something.
Yeah. But then it kept going. And I was like, what the fuck? And now it's every time it's like,
oh.
And it's like like I said, I was like, okay, now I'm going to. So I started clocking him. Like in my head, I was like.
His splits? How long does he go on the treadmill for? Is he run? He's
running for.
He's one of these guys that just turns it up to 10 for no purpose.
Out the gate. Boom. Starts
sprinting.
Yeah, and he'll go for a little bit. I mean, he'll probably
like
about
a mile
20
or
minutes.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Probably about a mile. About 10 minutes.
And then his wad is shot.
So yeah. and then he slows down to a walk, but he's still.
On the walk still.
On the walk.
Do you think maybe he's a smoker?
Oh, maybe you're right. Male sniff his hair.
Yeah.
Just walk up.
If I was to buy a piece of furniture from you, would you say it's from a smoking or non-smoking house? What?
You pet free zone?
I had a similar experience. I did this isn't intending to be a humble brag, but I did the CIM, the California International Marathon.
Humble brag.
In December.
Okay.
We get it. You run, motherfucker. And it was, over the course of marathon, 26 miles, there's good miles and there's bad miles and there's really dark places that you go to.
Yeah.
And I was like teetering towards like one of the darker places. Like my hip was kind of locking up, so I couldn't run. And I had to like start walking a little bit and try to like stretch my hip flexor out. This lady comes by and I could hear her coming up. Same thing, but it was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, running.
Oh, wow.
I seriously stopped to let her pass me because I was like so out of my mind. I was going to be like, clear your fucking damn throat, lady.
Yeah. Give it to
I don't know what the fuck's up with these people.
I don't know either.
What causes? Do we have any doctors on?
Out there?
Doctor?
Facebook Live? No. Oh, maybe.
No. My wife hates when I do that when you're sick, but it's only because you're
the drip. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to get the good, you got to get the good loogies out though.
I do that when I'm sick too. I'll do that a lot because I don't want it. I have like this thing. Like I know if it'll sit in my chest, then it's the worst. And they start hacking all the time.
This is super fucking disgusting, but when you're sick and you get those really gnarly loogies that you spit out and they're like green.
Oh yeah.
But they got the fucking distance on them. And you could just go.
When it's in your mouth, you
Yeah.
can feel like this. I can launch this fucker 10 feet at least.
Feels like you took a golf ball, bite of oatmeal, and you know it's phlegm, and you just go. And you're just watching it. It's like green. It looks like fucking Shrek's brain.
So if I get those, I'm typing at work and I get them. I'm like, I'm gonna step outside because I need to launch this. So I so I got outside. Like, oh yeah.
I'll be in the car and I'll get them and I'll do, and everyone knows that it's in your mouth. And my wife's like, "That's so fucking disgusting. Get that out of your mouth right now." I'm like, "Do you want me to swallow it? Because I can't roll the window down to lug outside. It'll get whipped back in." To the thing, as I found out when I was hurling outside of Tony's car that one time.
Oh, that's true.
After Pine Cove.
After several pictures of Paps.
Oh, fucking Christ. We got an angry face.
Oh, who's angry?
Who is angry with us? Oh, well.
Eh.
Okay,
We'll
Cerny.
figure it out.
What is your action plan next gym session?
You're
taking the 3. I like it.
And I'm going to grab the remote and I'm going to put it in the drink holder.
Ooh, shit, son. Where's the remote normally at? It's
usually just kind of floating around. I don't really pay attention to it because usually when I walk in, I'm like, oh, sports is already on. So I usually just take it and go.
Okay.
But now I'm going to be more mindful.
This is where we line up very well. I would do the same thing if I know that somebody gets irked by something. I'll intentionally do something to escalate their situation.
I want to see how they're, what cards they're going to play.
So you can take it this route. I like the remote to your thing because you're saying this.
Then he has to reach into my.
This is me. I own this. Go to your other fucking TV.
Go to the other TV.
Or open that remote, take the batteries out, and just put it right there. Because how?
I'm in.
Then that's
I'm in.
That's more passive aggressive.
Yes.
And that's the way I would play it sometimes. But because then that's going to throw his whole thing off. That he has a remote, but he can't change the channel. And you're on his treadmill.
Oh, he may never come back again.
Does a remote. He's going to move. He just sticks a for sale sign in his lawn. I've been bested.
New listing.
I've been bested. You could do the battery would be because that's not your first thing that you're going to check, right?
No, I'll just take one battery.
Oh, that'd be so fucking.
Not even throwing for bigger load. If he actually gets to that, and he looks at it, and there's only one battery in there.
Then that is an attack. War has been called on. Cerny has started the war.
Just waged it.
Now, sorry, we're gonna have to stop this for the next one.
Dana, you're getting for
yeah. Oh, for half an hour.
Yeah.
Does that one remote only work on that TV?
Yes.
Or okay.
Because it's two different cables or something weird. It's like there's one TV has it and another one has something else.
A direct TV and then the Xfinity
like,
on the other one?
I think that's exactly what it is.
The fuck?
I don't know.
Anyway. Okay.
Because the other one was direct TV, so I have direct TV, so I knew. And then when I went to the other one time, I was like, "What the? This isn't the channel," kind of a thing.
Okay. So, Cern's next steps: take the same treadmill.
Yes.
Are you either going to take the remote or are you going to do the battery thing? It depends how long you want to be entertained.
Yeah, I think
because the battery will just be.
It might depend on.
Oh fuck! You change it to whatever you want.
So if I take the battery, I'm gonna have to commit to being there longer than he is. Otherwise, I come back in and take it and I put the battery back in. In front of him. Right.
Or you just leave it in your.
Oh, true.
Just leave it there.
Good idea. Battery. I'm doing the battery.
Oh, I'm going to need an update on this
for
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you have any ideas on what Cerny can do to get one over on his gym Nemesis.
Besides the mad face.
Yeah. Besides escalating it to yelling at the poor bloke. He obviously has some sort of situation in his head that he has to change the channel. Doesn't sound like there's a rhyme or reason.
No, I think he does.
I would almost accept that if he was just brazen and an asshole and he just always wanted to watch Fox News or whatever, like his program came on, right? And that makes sense to me, I guess.
It was, one time it was Titanic. Another time it was
has he ever changed it and then he went back to what you were watching because
Yes, he has.
Oh, okay.
There was a basketball game on. I don't love basketball, but it was on, so I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
And we're in the dark days of sports. We're coming upon the dark days of sports.
We are.
In Chip and Cern's book, there's no baseball or football. And I'm not a hockey fan. So so basketball every so often I'll just look at watch it while it's something to entertain my mind. And he had changed the channel to like Fixer Upper or some shit, and then he changed it to some other like show, and then he changed it back. And then
he left it.
And he left it. I was like, what the hell?
It's a thing. He has to change it. That's his thing, and you're going to disrupt it with the battery.
Perfect. Okay. Game on.
Okay, great.
Solved.
I need to know this. Please send all tips or suggestions that you have for Cerny to get back at this Nemesis guy.
You can email us at chipandcernshow@gmail.com. You can reach us out on social media. Just pick a social media site and search in Chip and Cern Show. You can also pick up some merch at chipandcernshow.com/shop.
And
Black Friday sale.
We've been on Facebook Live on the 360 cam, so tune in. We go live. We'll try to give you a little bit of heads up when we're going to do it, so that way you can watch. I mean, we're going to be on here for a couple hours.
Oh yeah.
So you can tune into whatever episodes, and hopefully if we get more lively interaction, maybe we can have like a live show or something with whoever. We'll have to like start paying like Russian bots to interact with us. Yes, I would like to grow my penis 4 inches with these 2 pills. Anyway, Cerny, you're going to have to text me an update on this.
I will.
I must.
Maybe I
must hear. I must hear. Anyway, until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.